What's up, guys? I'm here to do UFC 98 picks after 2 days straight of reshingling a roof. I would not suggest doing it to anybody because it sucks in every way possible. Let's get into the picks. Tried this video probably about 152 times already, but it's neither here nor there. I'm just going to say my picks and then just try to break down what I think is going to be on the main card, because I don't know at this point. So I'm not going to do all the breakdowns because it's going to take way too long. 10 minutes is not enough time. So here we go. Andre Gusmo, Krzysztof, Sosinski. This sucks because it's going to be a close fight, so I can't break it down, but Sosinski probably. Although people are picking him because of his name too much, because Gusmo is going to give him a good fight. Dan Miller, Chael Sonnen, Dan Miller. Submission. Professor X, Drew McFadderys. Drew McFadderys, TKO within the first 2 minutes. After that, probably Professor X, but McFadderys always has the power to KO him. There you go. Brock Larson, Chris Wilson. Brock Larson's going to win, even though Chris Wilson should be better at pretty much everything else. Might even be the better technical wrestler, but Brock Larson's so huge and so strong and hits so hard. He's going to TKO him. Tim Hagg against Pat Barry. Let me say something right now. Pat Barry, nobody understands how good of an actual athlete the dude is and how good he picks up stuff. He has been working on his jiu-jitsu and takedown defense. Here you go. Think Chuck Liddell in his prime, how he didn't really work on stuff. He just had the one thing that he was good, was KOing people, right? He had his striking. And he worked on his takedown defense, and he worked on, his submission skills. So he worked on basically not getting taken down. And once he did get taken down, he stood up quickly. That's Pat Barry right there. TKO in the first round, Pat Barry. Brandon Wolf against Yoshiyuki Yoshida. Brandon Wolf, tough dude. I think he was a Navy SEAL, which is kind of ridiculous. But Yoshida is a world-class judoka, and, his ground game is ridiculous. And sometimes being a tough guy doesn't equate to you being that good of a fighter at this level. Brandon Wolf is going to lose by submission in the second round. Philippe Nover against Kyle Bradley. Mio Dread, Mike, said that, sometimes the UFC likes to set up guys, either be they, Ultimate Fighter winners or runner-ups. Dana White loves Philippe Nover, and sometimes you got to say, yeah, they're probably going to run the matchups in his favor, and they probably are. And Bradley's not a bad fighter, but he's going to lose this one by sub or TKO in the second. George Roop, Dave Kaplan's fight shouldn't be happening in the UFC, basically. I like George Roop's, his heart, his desire, basically. And Dave Kaplan he runs his mouth too much. I don't really like him that much. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. I just hope George Roop wins it. Not going to make a pick in this one because I really don't want to pick Dave Kaplan in that one. Frank Edgar against Sean Shirk. This one, we're probably getting to the main event now, so I can try to break it down because I'm about 4 minutes into it. So, Edgar really belongs at 145. I'm not saying he's not a talent fighter, because he is. His technical wrestling's good. His boxing is good. His submission defense is good. Sean Shirk has, either he's a better technical wrestler, which he might not be, but even if he's not, he's the stronger and way bigger of the two. So his wrestling is going to be better. His boxing is better. I think neither of these guys really have a lot of power. Shirk might be a little stronger but I know his technical boxing is better. So Shirk, he's gonna win this fight, basically. Decision or late TKO. I don't think either of them are gonna go for a sub, really. Even if it is, it's just probably to gain position. Shirk by decision, most likely. Matt Serra against Matt Hughes. Another one where Serra, he really didn't ever belong at 170. A lot of people think like to say that his striking is underrated, but I think it's overrated. Just because he caught George St. Pierre behind the head when George St. Pierre happened to be ducking and Matt Serra caught him with a right behind the head, that doesn't equate to good technical striking to me. Serra, he may hit hard, and his jiu-jitsu may be good. Not maybe, it probably is in the gym. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but his body type, I'm not saying, I'm not trying to give him shit or anything, but like his body type, he's short and stubby. I'm sure he would be the first one to admit that. So he's never really been good off his back, and Hughes is going to put him there a lot, I think. And Hughes is no stranger to submissions. He outgrappled Royce Gracie and a lot of other guys. So he's going to win this one by decision. I don't think either of them are going to finish the other one. I just think Hughes is going to get the better of the grappling, and I think this was probably going to be about 90% grappling. So there you go. Last fight, Rashad Evans against Lyoto Machida. This is going to be a case of who can out-think who. Is it going to be... And it's not going to be Machida against Evans. It's going to be Machida against Greg Jackson. Because Greg Jackson is the master game planner. And can you really game plan against Machida? I don't think you can. Because he's the personification of a martial artist. Don't get hit at all. And cause the most damage that you can without getting hit. And that's what he does. And he's really good at it. And both these guys being counter-strikers, I think Machida is going to have an easier time drawing Evans into his game than Evans is drawing Machida into basically the same thing. Both are counter-strikers. If Evans is going to win this one, it's going to be by, one-punch KO or... kick, by kick or punch, basically. He has the more power, for sure. I think it's going to be cumulative damage that's going to win Machida this fight. And he's going to win by late TKO, probably 4th round, maybe. Something around there. So those are my picks. And like I said, I got some good videos planned, with Dana White, Forrest Griffin, Kenny Florian being on Dr. Phil, mainstream thing. I got some comments on that. Dana White and the UFC being on E60, some things about that. Some of the other smaller profile fights that have happened, which I haven't had a really chance to do videos on that. So I don't know if it's going to be 1, 2, I don't know how many videos it's going to be, but I'm going to put those out. So yeah, look forward to those. You guys, definitely stay metal. See you later.